I'm homesick. Let's review some sales in the last 90 days here on eBay. We're just going to go through some random sales here. Some stuff I sold in 90 days, last 90 days. We're going to start off with this Tableau. It's like an antenna device. I have no idea what it was when I saw it. I paid $7.68 for it at a Goodwill. It sold in less than a day from listing for $65. Free shipping. So all in, I made $36.21 net profit on a device that I have never heard of in my life. This is another Goodwill find. I saw one of these and I looked it up and I saw that it was selling for like $30. And then I found the whole series on the media shelf when I looked for it. There was no like good sold comps. I think I saw another one listed for like $100. I listed this one pretty high. Yeah, I listed this for $130 because there was another one listed over $100. And it kind of sat for a little bit, and I needed the money for rent, to be honest. So they sent me a $60 offer. I accepted it. I said it took a while to sell. Look, 16 days. That's obviously not that bad. But I needed rent money. Here we go. This was a Timex old clock. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these. These old like see-through. It was cool. It was still new in the box. I got it at St. Vincent de Paul. Listed it for $80. I got a best offer of $60. It was sitting for a little bit. I bought this before I moved. I now live in Pennsylvania. I was living in Florida. So took the offer, got it out of the inventory, made a net profit of $29.37 after everything. It's a 310% ROI, so I'm happy with that. Another Goodwill find, this Sherlock Holmes collection. I do a lot of media. DVDs, VHS, all that. That's kind of what I specialize in. When I see anything sealed, I look it up for the most part. Scan the UPC on the back. This one I saw selling for like $45, $50. I listed it for $45. It sold. Took 22 days, leaving me a net profit of $28.69. I have other Sherlock Holmes collections that are worth like $10. I don't really know what's special about this one. Maybe it's more movies, but hey, I'll take $30 for not that much work. Sling Blade on Blu-ray. I sold this for $40, okay? That's pretty much the going rate. I got this thing at a Goodwill for $4, $4.47. When I see Sling Blade, I always grab it. I have sold this movie a good amount of times. I actually pulled it up. On eBay, I've sold 6 different versions of this, or I've sold this movie 6 times since I've been tracking my data at least. $9, $25. The VHS didn't go for that much. I only made 25 cents. But $10, $21, $25. When I see Sling Blade, I buy it. I did buy a weird copy. Basically a DVD they were trying to do where you had to pay a subscription.
It's impossible to believe that DivX could go under.
You'd basically like go out and buy a DVD, and it would have a license attached to it in whatever weird DVD player they were selling. You'd put it in, and from the time of you first playing it, you had like a week to watch it or something, and then it would expire. It would just be a dead disc. You could pay extra money to like re-enable it and buy it forever, but it was expensive. It was like a Blockbuster home video, but they were trying to just make it disposable. It was like a really weird environmental problem, obviously, and it failed. I found Sling Blade. It kind of looked like a CD, and I thought it was going to be for a bunch of money. It was worth nothing. I think I just re-donated it. I bought it at a yard sale for $1. What are you going to do? I guess I have to edit this video now. I've got to edit out my coughs. I haven't recorded a video in forever. I said, let's do it while I'm sick. Weather's starting to get nicer out. We're going yard selling more. I bought this at a yard sale for $3. Jenna saw it sitting there. It sells for $40. I mean, I listed it. It took less than a day. I tested it. It works. It's from 1998. It's an older one. The new Extremes don't look this good, to be honest. I made $22.21 net profit. That's 740% ROI in 2 days. Very happy with that. I knew these things are expensive. My nephew has one of these, or at least had one. I saw it at the Goodwill for $3.75, and I was like, I could sell this thing on Marketplace for at least $20. That's what I just assumed without looking it up. Well, it sells on eBay for a little bit more than that. I sold it for $40. It took 5 days. After shipping and everything, I made $19.73 profit on just this little like mini suitcase thing that holds monster trucks. It holds 15 of them. There were no trucks involved. Just his case, but hey, I'll take that. 500% ROI. This one's interesting. I actually got it from my friend Joe. It was purchased at a camera store in Youngstown called YM Camera. They had a yard sale day where a bunch of cheap cameras were $5, or pretty much $5 or to 10. And Joe sent me a picture of the whole table, and I knew these Olympuses can be pretty good. And he got it for $8 for me, and I sold it on eBay. It took 3 weeks, but this was as is, parts or repairs. I didn't test it. I didn't have any film, and I didn't feel like bothering. But it sold for $40. I mean, I made $18.46 profit. My friend sourced it. I took some pictures, put it online, made $18. Super easy, not much work. On the other hand, this is a whole thing. I bought these in Florida. I can't tell you when. I bought them at a Goodwill, actually. There was a hurricane going on, and we left our town and went to Georgia to avoid the hurricane because we thought it was going to be very bad. While I was there, I was thrifting because that's what I do. I got a bunch of these Sons of Anarchy figurines, maybe 6 of them. I sold the other 3 off, but this set of 3 I just had sitting in my death pile forever. I finally got around to listing them. I don't know the actual date I bought them. I just put it in here at the start of the year. I had these things for well over a year before I listed them, to be honest. After listing them, they took 6 days to sell. I sold them for $45. I think I took a best offer on that. We'll see. Yeah, $50 I put them up for. The packaging on these things were destroyed because I let them sit there for a year. The big Goodwill tags actually like attached fully to it. So when I peeled them off, it just ruined the packaging. But still, these little motorcycles, I mean, I sold them for $45. $17.34 profit. Again, I mean, it took me over a year. Do I really want to turn, my $12 into $30 for a year and a half of work? Not really, but hey, I made money. They're finally gone. This is a completely different situation. This is the Goodwill bins. I just started going, or the Goodwill outlet. If you don't know about it, you pay by the pound. We just started going recently, and I found this Light Fury from How to Train Your Dragon. It was a little dirty. I brought it home, threw it with some OxyClean just straight into the washer, and it came out just fine. I sold it for $30 in less than a day after listing. Again, because I paid by the pound and I got so much stuff, the average cost per item was 80 cents. So I made $17, $16.92. That's a 2,115% ROI. So the bins, you can make a lot of money. The stuff's kind of gross. People are kind of crazy. But 2,000% ROI. You cannot get that type of money anywhere else. So I'm very happy. And then I just want to talk about this one. It's not that much money, but it's just super cool. It's Teen Wolf on VHS from 1985. I hadn't picked up VHS much, but I saw this and I thought it was cool, so I started. I listed it the day I bought it and it sold almost immediately. Maybe I should have listed it for more. It actually sold to Japan, international sale. I made $14.77 profit. But this launched like a whole thing. Now if I look over here, I'm sitting on 60 VHS that are listed right now, and you wouldn't know it, but VHS sells. I mean, I've sold so many children's VHS recently. Elmo, Sesame Street, Barney. This kind of started all that a couple months ago here, and I'm super happy with that. But yeah, I'll link the eBay store down below if you're interested in anything. Thank you for watching. This is just impromptu. I've never recorded a video like this ever. I've just been sick and after a wedding, and I want to do something, but I don't really feel like working and making listings. So this was work, But thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more of me for some reason, and have a nice day.